let's watch Archenightz on a 61% win rate Gusion, 8 minutes into his ranked game. So on the enemy side, he can burst like 4 people: Haya, Harriet, Carrie, Cho. But remember, even though he can burst those 4, Carrie can use his second skill to escape somewhat minimum damage. Cho can control him, CC him, and Harriet can also do that while sustaining himself, getting that shield, and Haya can just ultimate and be gone. So it's not that easy a task for Gusion this game. And yeah, as you can see, early game they got the advantage because of Grok, most probably. Because Grok, even though he's got no items, he's got a lot of damage with his ultimate, with his first skill. Just a lot. Ooh, preemptive use by the ultimate by Harriet. Thought he was gonna get doled on. And Hayabusa is just pushing. At this point, fairly close battle, except the one with the more objectives, of course, is still the red team. And as you can see, CC. But if you can sustain that Gusion, he'll be a major source of damage for the fight, and he can just wipe the team out, the enemy team out. You just know it. And without that carry there to provide that scaling damage from her ultimate, then whoop, that Haya is gonna be dead. He's already used his skill. He can't escape anymore. Now this is the chance for the blue team to push for objectives, but it looks like the creeps are too far. So no objectives still taken, no towers. But Gusion is starting to try and contest for the enemy buffs, but failed. At this point, what they can do is they should have another team fight like that, where they take the enemies off guard into a good Minuan's Fury, and then with both Claude and Gusion just spamming their spells. That was a bad initiate by Guinevere. Looks like she's gonna die, and it's Gusion against 3 people. Can he do it? He's got 1, but that's just the immortality and the sustain and consistent damage by Harriet, along with his ultimate, making his cooldowns 4 seconds less. Is too much for the Gusion. At least he already procced that immortality on Grok, so he won't be as aggressive anymore. At this point, the towers in the blue side are so pushed back into their base, just 2 towers left on the outside, so they haven't been able to secure any. Speaking of objectives, the last turtle before the 8-minute mark, before the Lord responds, they got the turtle. Great recognition of the time, and they took advantage of the enemy deaths to get that also, so great rotation by them. Lightning truncheon on the Gusion. He's thinking he wants more damage, and then he wants that cooldown reduction. Oh, ultimate used by Harriet on subpar, and he's gonna die. That move speed increase and sustained by Angela is too much for the Harriet, but it looks like Angela's gonna pay with her life. But Gusion took the bigger kill, taking down the carry. Oh, and Angela got away scot-free. And Angela, she's got that armor. That's why she was able to counteract the physical damage that will be done by Cho. And Cho only has an endless battle, didn't go for the full battle route. If he packs maybe a Blade of Despair alongside the endless battle instead of his armor item, then maybe he could have killed that Angela despite the armor. But that happened. And sometimes it's the choice that you make in your items that will really cause a difference. Whoop, 2 daggers, and that's a kill. That's just too much damage. If you would see that 2 daggers, okay, that counts as 10 daggers flying out. That's a lot of damage. Oh, can Gusion get out of this? Against Haya, it's pretty hard. That's right. Not enough. Not enough. Too much burst damage from the Harriet, and then the chase by Hayabusa, and the crowd control by Cho. Gusion cannot do that by himself. He just can't. Not even with Angela backing him up, causing both of them to die. Maybe they can counteract that physical damage after Angela finish her dominant ice. And Gusion responds with a tankier item, Clock of Destiny, giving him more magic damage, giving him extra sustain with that HP. One of the few HP items you can see on the mage builds. So, and also this scales well into late game, because look, adds 10 HP and 5 magic attack every 30 seconds, up to 10 times. That scales. That's 300 more HP and 50 more attack, 50 more magic attack. Oh, that's a lot. Plus, another unique passive is 5% magic attack, right? So, that's percent. So, it really is a lot. Going for the extra sustain next item is the concentrated energy, I think, would be on Gusion. Another one of the sustain items that the few sustain items that in the Magic's arsenal. Claude is pushing this way too far. They're really gonna push it too far. They didn't see that retribution, the spell attached to the Haya. If they did that, Gusion should have just initiated on Haya, then go away from the Lord. Then Claude would be the one to finish off the Lord. But instead, again, another difference in the choice. It makes a lot of difference. Spells, item builds. Not just the heroes that you pick in draft phase. So with that, they got a Lord, and okay, nice trade-off by Guinevere against Harriet and Haya. At least got one, and they killed Carrie and Grog. It looks like a free defense for the blue team, taking care of that, but instead they will try to secure the bottom turret. And Harriet hits like a truck now. That Calamity Reaper gives him enough attack. true damage, 120% of magic attack. So it's not as if, oh, he's a mage, only his spells would hurt. No, even his right click hurts, but he's gonna get eaten up. No, what a nice dodge. Nice dodge by Harriet. Usually Harriet just dies if he doesn't have the advantage of his ultimate there. If Gusion would have connected with his dagger earlier, he could have chased Harriet to the bush, but instead it didn't connect and Harriet got away. Nice stream and Mignon Fury into the ultimate by Claude. So many people red. 2 people dead. Would it be 3? It's 3. Not enough. Not enough. Nice setup by Minotaur into Claude. Ulti. That's one of the good combinations. It's either you pick Minotaur into alongside Claude so that his ultimate can just do free damage, or of course you pick Minotaur against Claude so that his ultimate, whenever Claude does his ultimate, he cancels it, because that's one of the ways to counter Claude's ultimate. You make him knock up. Okay, you knock him up from the ground. So one of the few. It's either you do Guinevere, making them knock up, or Minotaur, knock up, Tigreal, knock up, and looks like Gusion will just burst down that carry. He's already got that fleeting time, making his ultimate 35% faster cooldown. Look, it's up again. So you can use it repeatedly in Clash. So this is like the standard Gusion build. You get the lightning truncheon, you get the concentrated energy, you get fleeting time. Clock of Destiny, more or less situational. Okay. And the belt will, as an additional defensive item, I think he's gonna build into immortality, just for that, just in case he get bursted unintentionally, so that he can keep coming back and wreak havoc. Oh, nice. That was a nice. Usually you can't do that to a Grok, because his first skill, whenever he charged up, he's immune from any crowd control. And what Gwynny did, jumping in, calculating where that Grok would be, just makes him completely vulnerable. And followed up by the Minotaur and Angela, and also Gusion. Free kills. Looks like the last inhibitor turret would be under siege right now, with only 3 players left to defend. The only saving grace here is that blue team still didn't get the Lord yet, but would they need the Lord? Not with the Grok just charging it like that blindly. He doesn't need to do that. He could have waited for his team to come online, all of them. Like, that's just a few seconds. See, carry hits like a truck. He could have waited so much, and because of that, another 3 people dead. Anyway, that means since Claude is dead, this will have to be a defense, I think. Oh no, it's GG. Harry just got caught out. He could have defended the base by himself. Yeah, but he strayed too far from his turret and paid for it. MVP. Archenightz Gusion. Basic.